Welcome back to Bushcraft Evolution. I'm going to try not to say near as often. I know that it's been a long time since you guys have seen us. Last video I believe was right around Thanksgiving, and for lack of a better term or phrase, hell hit the fan basically with our weather. We've had 30 to 40 mile consistent winds with gusts of up to 60 miles per hour, and those were 2 to 3 times a week for pretty close to a month. And that just made it so dangerous to get out and film, because we like to film in the woods, not really out in the open. And therefore, for safety and for health reasons, we opted out of doing those. And when it wasn't windy, it was either so cold that the wind chill made it -20s, or we were having lots of ice storms, and that just combination of all of those just made it really difficult for us to get out for the last 2 months. So with that being said, I have also been going through some health issues myself. I have a back problem, and my doctor has given me two ways to go about fixing it, and it looks like it's going to be the number 2 option I'm about to share with you. Number 1 is robotic x-ray type of injection of steroids in my spine, and that is to alleviate the nerve pain and damage that I currently have going on. And after I give you the second option, I'll explain exactly what's going on. The second option is back surgery, which I don't know about any of you, but I certainly don't want to go through that. My family don't want to go through that, and it'll hurt this channel a lot if I have to go through that. So what's going on is I have what they call degenerative disc disease, I believe is the term. And what that means is, just like a car and your brakes, how your brakes wear down, that is essentially what's going on between my vertebrae. Is they're breaking down like brake pads do. And because of that, I've, beknownst to me, have now herniated discs, but I have no back problems, no back pains. I have nothing wrong with my back that I was aware of. I've just been having pains in my legs and stuff, and it is associated with the nerves that are now being pressed upon because of the back problem. So with that being said, we're going to move away from that, and Happy New Year. Happy belated New Year. Happy 2024. So in 2024, we have decided to move our channel into a new direction. Now, when I say a new direction, I don't mean going from bushcraft that we're currently doing to being mechanics working on cars, or going to outer space and pretending to be astronauts. Nothing like that. So I have been on the phone, through emails, nobody in person as of yet, but there are talks of future collaborations, and those collaborations are going to help this channel grow, and those collaborators are going to be basically supporting us and giving us their thumbs up and all their support. And while talking to a lot of these collaborators, one specifically, I will mention that name in here in just a minute, he and I have spoken several times over the course of the last few years. And in fact, I mean, I can give you some clues, give you some hints. This person has been very supportive of myself and my daughter's having a channel, and we have been talking about the direction that I have decided this channel should go. Now, I'll tell you the reason why there will be a new direction. So, in YouTube, there are algorithms, there are demographics, there are views, there's subscribers, there's all these different things that have to do with numbers and whatnot. So, I've looked at the demographics of my channel, of our channel. And in our demographics, we literally are like 98% male viewers. And I want to say like 85% of you are silver wolves. And that should be another hint for you. So, enough hints. I have been talking with Blackie Thomas about the direction I want to take this channel. He has already told me to just go right on ahead and do it. He has also given me his blessing to use the term silver wolves, which if any of you know Blackie Thomas, you know that he has had a series of videos called the Silver Wolves. And he's even done a class where he was in Ohio with James Bender from Waypoint Survival and Dakota of the Woods, Dakota. They were all there together and they did this Silver Wolves class. Now, those same folks that attended that class are watchers and subscribers of this channel. Not all of you are Silver Wolves, but there's a large majority of you that are. So with that being said, the new direction of our channel, still going to be Bushcraft Evolution, still going to have Bushcraft. The new direction of our channel is going to be camping. Yes, I know that doesn't seem like far from Bushcraft. However, Bushcraft and camping are two totally separate entities, but can come together. So our new focus, our new direction is camping. Our sole purpose to our channel now is camping, because we know that the Silver Wolves out there like to camp. You have grandkids. Camping is much easier and not as strenuous on the body as bushcrafting. However, with bushcrafting in mind, there are a lot of times where while you're camping, bushcraft comes into play. For instance, fire starting. With fire starting, you have to still know how to collect tinder, process your wood, know what to look for, what to find to make a fire, specifically on wet, rainy days. We plan to show all of that and implement all of those bushcraft ideas into camping. We also plan to show, for instance, if we bring out one of our tents down here and say if we forget to bring tent stakes or tie outs or whatever, we're going to show how you can get natural from the wilderness around you tent stakes, how to make them, how to find cordage if you need cordage to do tie outs. We also plan to do cast iron cooking. Lots of cast iron cooking. I am a huge fan of cast iron. I am a huge fan of pre-1800s, the 18th century more specifically. I love the 1700s, and a lot of the cast iron recipes I plan to cook are from that time period. We have lots and lots of plans for 2024. I have a shed in my backyard, and this shed has seen better days. It has survived a couple of floods until the field behind me got new drainage. Now it doesn't flood anymore. However, the floor is completely rotted out, and my plan is for such times as what I just went through with high winds, cold frigid temperatures, rainy days, things of that nature. I plan to take that shed and turn it into a mini cabin. So I'm going to have a place to film on my backyard where I'm not in my man cave. I'm not just out in my backyard hanging from a hammock. I'm not doing anything that just looks like I'm in my backyard. My cabin is going to look like I'm in the wilderness. And that's just going to be a place to film. And in that cabin, I plan to have a coffee segment. I'm a huge coffee drinker. I love all sorts of coffees. I've got so many different ways to make coffees. I've got regular drip, I've got pour over, I've got pressed coffee, I've got instant coffee, of course. I've got all the different types of ways to make coffee. I've got all these mechanisms and doodads and gadgets and you name it, I've got it. And I plan to do Coffee in the Cabin. That might even be the name of that series, Coffee in the Cabin. And that'll be a place where we can catch up on questions, comments, talk about possibly gear review. Speaking of gear review, we'll take one of these because I don't have a knife handy. It's got a nice little point on it. Gear reviews are a dime a dozen. People do them, people hate them, people like them, whatever. This is a box I've had for probably a month. I will thank the sender here in a minute. And in this box, since we're talking about coffee, is something that I'm very excited about and I cannot wait to use. I'm going to unbox it now, but I'm going to use it for the first time on camera. I promise you, I will not use it beforehand. So, we'll get it open. And unveil its contents. Nice. Thank you for ordering. I'll put that aside. It's got my address on it. So, what do we have in here? Well, let me sneak out these packages quick. We'll start with the most important part of this. I have the Pathfinder French press kit. Stainless steel. 48 ounces. This thing is going to be fantastic. Thank you, Dave, for sending it. This thing is, I've watched him use it. I watched his video where he demonstrated it and showed it, and I knew that I needed to have this. It's about 15 pounds weight, not including the box, of course. It does come with, I believe, possibly, if I'm not mistaken, and I was mistaken, I thought it came with a mesh bag. It does not. But this French press, I mean, that is a coffee drinker's paradise right there. It has the Pathfinder logo etched on it. It has the press here, as you can see. It does have its graduation marks on the inside there. However, this is not a review just yet, but it does come with, the reason why I had this specific one, it came with 2 types of coffee. The campfire is the light roast, and the dark roast is called Woodsman's Wake Up Call. Yes, this one has extra caffeine. I'm super excited about that. Anyway, gear reviews, product demonstrations, product testing, all of that stuff to come. Also, this bag right here, this has become, I'll just pull something out just to show you something. Carving knives. Lots of carving knives. A whole set of carving knives in this leather pouch here. So, what does that mean? That also means carving. I plan to do a segment on carving. Nothing extravagant, nothing crazy. Which brings me back to how I even got started in bushcraft. I don't remember if you guys remember me telling you, but I have a scar. You might be able to see it. I have a scar that runs this way, comes back a little bit, and then I nicked my middle finger just a little bit. About 5 years ago, give or take, I was carving. My knife found the grain of the wood, and my knife went through that grain of wood like butter, and it found my hand and almost sliced my thumb off. How did that get me into bushcraft? Well, I was searching for safer alternatives to carving, and Doug Linker was the man I enjoyed following. I loved watching his carvings. If you don't know who he is, check him out. His channel is called Linker, Linker. He is friends with Joe Robinette, both guys from Canada, and Joe Robinette did bushcraft. That's what started me into knowing who these people are, getting to know the ins and outs of part of what I already knew, but more behind the skills of the bushcraft. So fast forward up to this point, we are moving into camping, but we're going to bring in a coffee segment. We're going to bring in a carving segment. I'm going to bring in cast iron cooking, and one more surprise. 2 more surprises, sorry. If you are into history, much like myself, like I mentioned before, I love the 18th century. I love 1700s way of life. I love everything about it. I love the Townsends. As you know, we did the Townsends road trip, and that was a success in our book. We didn't get many views on that, however, still a success in our book. We want to, we would like to move into maybe doing a little segment on 18th century living. I'm going to have this cabin, so we might do a little bit of living history, I guess. I don't think we're really going to portray anyone specific, just us having fun and enjoying ourselves and enjoying history. And a lot of that will be me cooking over cast iron and or cooking over a fire with cast iron, and just really enjoying that aspect of our history. Second, exciting news for you silver wolves who just happen to have an edgy side, who might not find camping and bushcraft too exciting, and you're looking for a little bit more excitement. When I say we, I mean me, myself, and I, we plan to do some stealth camping videos. Yes, some very illegal activity. That should bring some excitement for some of you. I'm going to do as many of those as I can, schedule allowing, and if I don't get scared right out of my boots, we're going to do some stealth camping. Maybe in a car, maybe behind a Goodwill, maybe in a dumpster, behind a dumpster. Who knows? But we will try to be as safe as possible and try to get away with it. So with all of that said, if you are already a current subscriber and still want to continue subscribing, very much appreciate that. And I appreciate all the support that all of you have given us thus far. And we hope that you continue to subscribe. And please like this video, like all of our other videos. Share this video to anybody on every social platform you could think of. Please leave us comments below on what you would like to see, particularly maybe in a stealth camp, just a camping video in general, what kind of bushcraft you'd like to see implemented, any other type of gear review. With gear review, I do have some pretty big things in the works right now, so hopefully those work out and we can bring that to you. We Also, would like to thank those who have not subscribed but are currently watching and have made it this far, which is, my remote says 20 minutes. If you have made it this far into the video and have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so, because all of what I had just mentioned is going to happen, and this new direction has got me so excited. I'm like a little giddy girl getting ready for prom, and I'm super excited about it. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe, please like, please share to everybody that you could think of, everybody that you know that might like this type of stuff. Every social media platform you can think of, just share our name, Bushcraft Evolution. If any of you out there by chance are looking for a good hammock or hammock related items such as underquilts or whatnot, go to my about section of our page, and in there is a website, One Wind Outdoors, and in that, if you click on it, it'll get you a discount code that will take off a percentage at checkout, and it'll help you save some money. It'll help our channel. It doesn't give us much, but it does help our channel, and it'll continue to help us buy more stuff, get better gear, better quality stuff, and it'll just help our channel out immensely. So thanks to who's already subscribed, and please like, leave comments. If you are not subscribed, subscribe, like, leave comments, share this to everyone, everywhere. And in those comments, please make sure that they are PG, because my daughters will be reading them with me. And if it's nasty, we're just going to ignore it and move on. So, until the next video, folks, get out there.